done so many different types of things on percentages now.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So, reverse percentages is when there's been some sort of increase or decrease by a percentage, and we now know the amount that there was afterwards, and we need to work out how much there was before.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. Okay. So
Yeah?
50, 80%. 80. Okay. Okay. So I found 80% of 54,
Okay.
and it's 43.2. Right? Is it? Yeah. 80 is 43.2, and now we have to find out how many. So just 20%. 20% is 54. No. We have to find 20% of 54.
Not quite.
Because this is 80% more than the number. This is 80% more. 54 is 80% more than last month. So 100% subtract 20 is 80.
Not quite. So there's two different ways you could do it. I think this way that I'm going to do in purple is easier than the way I'll do in green, but there's two different ways. So I'll show you the purple way first. So if I wanted to times the number of DVDs by a number that would represent an 80% increase, what number would I times it by?
80?
Not quite.
20.
It's a decimal. It's a
0.8.
not quite, but you're getting closer. So it's an increase, which means that we have 100% plus 80%, which is 0.8.
Yeah. So
We times it by 1.8, and that will give us 54.
yes. So do we?
So to work out how many DVDs you had last month, we need to do the opposite. Divide through by about 1.8.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we need to find 80% of 54?
Not quite. I'll show you that way that I think you're talking about next.
Okay.
So we divide through by 1.8, and if you do that in your calculator, you should get
1.8.
30. Which makes sense, because if I put that back into the equation and I say, right, it does 30 increased by 80% equal 54. Yes, it does.
Yes.
So the other way that you could do this is the way I'm going to do in green now. So, since 54 is 80% more than what she had last month,
Yes.
54 is equal to 180% of that value.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Because it's equal to the amount last month plus the 80%.
Yes.
Okay, so we want to work out 100% is, and we can do this a bit like a ratio.
Yes.
So I know from looking at that ratio that I've got there, 54 is 180%. If I divide it by both sides by 9, I'll get what 20% is. 54 divided by 9 is 6, I think. Yeah. 6, and that's equal to 20%. So what will 100% be equal to then?
120? No, 200.
Not quite. Be careful. What do I times by 20? What do I times 20 by to make 100?
50. 5.
Multiply
By
5. Yeah. And then I get 30 is equal to 100%, which can we say is the exact same answer that we got using the purple method?
Yes.
So they're the two different ways that you could do it, but both will give you the exact same answer.
Yes.
So you can use whichever one you want as long as you understand whichever one makes more sense.
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that?
Can we do one more? No. Let's do. Can we try to do the green one?
Yeah, there's another question underneath if you want to.
Let's do it. So,
Or I'll write you another question exactly the same, because the green one, the one is slightly different.
Okay.
See if you can work out the month after she has. Hang on. She has, let's pick a number. Hang on. Okay, so that question is exactly the same as number 5. I've just changed the numbers around.
Okay. So 65 will equal to 130.
So 65 is equal to 130%, yeah. Excellent.
So divide both sides by.
So we could divide both sides by 5, or we could do 10.
But where? How?
5's probably easier.
Where did you get 9 from? From the up.
Here, I looked at 54, and I knew that 54 was in the 9 times table.
Yeah.
And I knew that 180 was in the 9 times table. So I just picked 9. I could have picked 3, could have picked 6. I could have picked any number, but I just thought 9 was a good number because it would give me 20%, which is really easy to get to 100.
Yes.
I think a good one for you might be divide by 5.
Could you move? Wait, never mind.
Yeah? Do you want us to move the other question?
Yeah,
I'll do it.
thank you.
Sorry, bless me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. 65. 13. Is this one?
Yeah, 13 on one side. Fantastic.
Twenty-six.
26, yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, so we've got the ratio 13 is equal to 26%.
Yeah.
Can we simplify that even more? Because 26 doesn't go into 100, so we can't times it up just yet.
How to divide it by divide it by 2.
Yeah, we could divide them both by 2, yeah.
13.
13, yeah.
13 times 100.
And then this one goes to
13 equals,
half of 13.
yeah. 6.5.
Can you see what the ratio is going to be?
6.5.
Yeah. Let me write this down. Can we divide by that anymore? Or can you notice something about those two numbers?
Divided by 3.25.
Yes.
And then
What do we get?
3.25 divided by 6.5. And then 1.625.
If we divide them both by 3.25, we get a ratio 2 to 4.
Yeah. How?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And this, how?
Oh yeah, wait, divide by what? 3.25 divided by 3.25.
6.5 divided by 3.25 gives you 2.
Yeah. And then
Fab.
2 to 4. And then we